Good morning, children. Today I am here with you with a story of a player, and the name of a player is Kimponzi Kenu. So let us see. There is no substitute of hard work and perseverance. This has been proved time and time again by many individuals in various fields. In the field of sports, the story of Kip Keino is perhaps the most inspiring. Here is a man with a never say die attitude. He was sometime down but never out. His dream came true as they always do for those who never give up. So today we are going to see a story of Kim Keino, okay? His inspiring story. As a man, he never said die to an attitude, okay? He has also, for some time he was down, means he was part away from the game, but again he has hold all his courage and he started in a new way. He was never out. So he always helped those person who never give up. So let us see the story. One of the Kenya's greatest Olympic athletes, winning the gold medal twice, Kipchoge Kip Keino, is also one of the world's most admired sporting heroes. Kip was among the first in a long line of successful middle and long distance runner to come from his country and has helped and inspired many of his fellow countrymen and women to become the athletes force that they are today. Now, here you can see, students, the name of a person, Kipkoni, okay? Kimkos Kipkoni. Now, he has won a gold medal twice. How many times? Twice a time. Now, he was a good athlete. He was a long distance runner. Okay? From which country he came from? The country he came from was from Kenya. He belongs from Kenya. Okay? The story we want to share is about the time Kip was almost late for his own race and had to literally run to get there, then won a gold medal anyway, despite suffering from a gallbladder infection. Now the person was already suffering from a gallbladder infections, but still he has never given up. He has tried, he has achieved the gold medal in athletics. Kip's grit. Grit means what? Courage. Okay? And determination in winning a gold and silver medal in 1968 Olympic endeared him to sports lovers around the world. That drive and single-minded determination to success against all odds has today made him one of the great benefactors to unprivileged children in Kenya. So his determination, his spirit, his courage of winning the gold and silver medal in the Olympic, that is in the year of 1968, that made him popular all over the world. Okay? Keino is the best known for his training at 1800 meter above the sea level, which helped introduce high altitude training as a technique to improve a running time at any altitude. Now, while taking a training, he was very well known for what? For the training he used to always take, that is 1800 meter above the sea level. That means he used to run on the hilltop, you can say, mainly near the hilly trains area. A member of Nandi tribe, he was born in Kipanso, Kenya. So, where he was born? He was born in Kipanso, Kenya. And what was the name of the tribe? Nandi tribe. He came from a humble beginning and his name Kipchoge is a Nandi expression that means born near the grain storage shed. So mainly he might be born near the grain storage. Okay, therefore his name was Kip Ponzi. At both of his parents died when he was very young. Kip moved in with his aunt, who raised him. When once asked about his childhood and how he got started running, Kip responded, "When I started at primary school, I ran in my bare feet 4 miles, that is 6.5 kilometers to school in the morning, home for lunch." Now, when he was very small, what happened, children? His parent was died. And who was raising him? His aunt. His aunt used to look after him. Okay. Now, when once asked about his childhood, how he got the running experience, so when he used to be in a primary school, what they used to do? They used to run barefoot from home to school and school to home. And how much kilometer it was? 6.5 kilometer. Now, if you will see, if you will observe, whenever your grandparent, that is your grandfather mainly, whenever he might be talking with you, or he might be telling about his school life. What they used to say, nowadays you are going in a bus, rickshaw, or you can say in a scooter. Yes. So when they were small, they used to walk or run through the stream, through the field, so that it was quite a longer distance. Yes, and they has to walk barefoot because that time chappals and slippers were not easily available. After finishing school, Kip did not immediately get into a competitive running. Instead, he worked as a physical training instructor for Kenyan police force before becoming an athlete. So, after finishing a school, directly he doesn't got a chance, or we can say directly he doesn't became an athlete. So where he has joined, because he has to earn for his livelihood or livelihood, okay, so that he can earn some money to help the aunt, even for himself. So what he did, he started, instead of being a competitive running, he started working as a physical trainer. Where? For the Kenyan police. Keno began his international running career in 1962 when he set a Kenya record in the mile running event. At 1964 Olympic in Tokyo, Kenya is their first game as independent nation, finishing 5th in the 5,000 meter. Later, in 1964, he set up a 2 world record at 3000 meter with a time of 7 minutes 39.6 seconds, and at 5000 meter with a time of 13 minutes 24.2 seconds. So, before being an international player, or we can say starting the career in running, that is in year of 1962. Okay, he has set up a record in the mile of running event. He has set up a record in the mile of running event. At the year of 1964, that is when the Olympic has taken place in Tokyo, the Keno has represented the Kenya, his own country, and he broke the record of 3000 meter. That is at a time of 7 minutes 39.6 seconds, and 5000 meter at a time of 13 minutes 24.2 seconds. His greatest feat came 2 years later during 1968 Olympic game in Mexico City. Unfortunately, for the entire duration of the game, Kip was suffering from an acute gallbladder. Okay, so it was a great feat. Came after a 2 years later, that is in the year of 1968, when he was participating in a Olympic game in a Mexico City. That time, during a game, he was suffering from an gallbladder. Kip Kip had almost collapsed while running 10,000 meter. This was especially cruel when you realize that Kip was in lead when he was overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means just to overcome. He was on the way that he was going to win. But what happened? Suddenly he collapsed down. He collapsed. He automatically disqualified himself, determined to finish the race anyway. He stumbled back onto the track and despite the pain, managed to do the final laps even though it did not. But after being that also, when he was being disqualified, till his determination, till his wish was that to finish the line, okay? But despite of the pain, it was not possible for him. The eventual winner of that race was one of the Naftali Temu, another Kenyan, who now hold the honor of being Kenyan's first gold medal winner. So it was very unfortunate, right? So the second runner-up from his own country, what was the name of the player? Naftali Temu. He hold the honor. What honor? The first gold medal winner. Prior to the running the 10,000 meter, Kip had been told by a doctor not to run and that any strain to his body was at risk of causing him serious harm and in extreme case could even lead to his death. But after that did not stop him from practicing. 2 days after 10,000 meter, the race he collapsed in, Kip ran the 5,000 meter and won a silver medal, finishing just 1/5 of a second behind the gold medalist. On the top of that, he then ran another 1500 meter race and qualified for the final of the event. Now see, the student, the determination, right? Now, before the 10,000 meter running, he has already visited the doctor. So, what the doctor has advised him? Not to participate in the Olympic game. But still, he has avoided the advice of the doctor. And what happened? He collapsed down. But after the 2 days, again he has participated in a 5,000 meter and 1500 meter. In a 5,000 meter, he won the silver medal, whereas in a 1500 meter race, he was qualified for the final events. On the day of a 15 meter final, Kip, because of his element, would up oversleeping. When his absence was noted, people thought that he had chosen not to race on medical ground. Nevertheless, only an hour before the actual event, he hopped out of bed and headed off to the game. But on the day of 1500 meter, what happened? That is on a final day. Now his wound was so serious that he cannot get up from his bed, and doctor had advised him to take a complete rest. Yes, and on the medical ground, even the pupil, the committee was not allowing him to participate in the competition. You can say to participate in the competition, but nothing has stopped him. Okay. Realizing that he was going to be late, Kip got off and ran the remaining 2 miles to the Olympic Stadium while carrying his equipment. Now, what he did, he just get up off his bed. Now he realized that he was almost late. So what he did, from where he was staying, from there till stadium, it was 2 miles. He ran continuously 2 miles with his equipment. Why? So that he might not get late. He then registered with a 20 minutes to spare and got himself ready and walked out on the track, won a gold medal, outpacing the second place runner by an astonishing 20 meters, the longest distance any had ever won by the event at the time. So, how many minutes were there? 20 minutes were left. So, within a 20 minutes, he registered himself and he went on the ground and he started running on the track. And that was against, because he wants to take the gold medal. He has already lost the gold medal in a 10,000 meter. Now, it was his determination. It was he wants the gold medal from this athlete. Okay. Had not only this, the man be beat by such a huge margin, limb ruin had not been defeated in the 1500 meters in a 3 year. Also, Kip had now raced 5 times in the Olympic, while Ruan was completely fresh. On the top of all, Kip was unaware too. In the end, Kip finished with an Olympic record time of 3 minutes 34.9 seconds, the second fastest in the history of that point. So, here you can see now, children, he has given a tough fight to a person named Ruan. Okay? As Kip has already faced 5 times, but Ruan he was just a fresher, but still he was a runner-up. He was the first person to take Olympic gold medal. So what the Kip has did? He has defeated him with the record time. He has made the record time. And what is that? 3 minutes 34.9 seconds. At the 1972 Olympic in Munich, Western Germany, he won his second Olympic gold medal in the 3000 meter steeplechase and also won a silver medal in 1500 meter. Kenyo retired from the track in 1973, a Kenya hero, but there was much still to come from the remarkable man. Kip and his wife Phyllis purchased a farm in Eldoret, which they converted into an orphanage, the Kip Keno Children's Home. So at the age, or we can say in the year of 1973, the Keno has retired himself from the athlete. But he has not stopped. What he did? He buy a farm, and there he has started an orphanage with the name the Kip Keno Children's Home. We started with the 2 children, then it went to a 6 and then 10. Now it's up to a 90. We gave them shelter and love. Many of these children who live with us as orphans and gone to a university. Some are doctors, and when you see them with their own families living well in the society, I feel very happy, he say. So what is it? At the starting, you might be having a 2 children, then it went to a 6 children, then it went to a 10 children, and at the time it was having a 90 children. Now he used to feel very proud when these children, they were been called as an orphan, but when they grew up, some of them became a doctor, some of them became an engineer, yes, and they have their own family now. They are living happily with their own family. The Kenyo family realized a lifelong dream in 2000 with the creation of a Kip Keno school funded via various donations. Almost 300 children attended the school. So student, you might have understood the lesson very well, and the moral you might have got from this lesson is that we should never give up. There are so many other problems may come in our life. Yes, but we should have our determination, we should have our target of achievement, and we should complete our goal. Okay children, now it's a time to complete the grammar. So there is some crosswords puzzle. For a fun we can solve it. Now what Kip start to fulfill his lifelong dream? What was that? As a police. Okay, we can see her school, then you can see her orphanage, equipment, Nandi, traffic, yes, gallbladder, Kenya. Okay, so name of the Kip trips is a Nandi, that you know. So Kip turned her farm into his orphanage, where Kip worked as a physical trainer instructor, that is in a police. Right children? So these are some of the crosswords. Now, we will come to a grammar. A conditional clauses. What is a conditional clauses? It is a type of adverb clause which state a condition. If, see the sentence here, if his parent had not died, Kip would not have moved in with his aunt. So this is a conditional. No? The parent has died, then that's why the Kip has to move to his aunt. We won't lose unless you consider a goal. So subordinate conjunction if and unless are used for a conditional clause. There are three type of if clauses. Type 1, if plus simple present plus will plus verb. So if the sentence starts with a if he injured his leg. Now see here children, injured his leg is a simple present tense. Okay. He will play badly. Okay, this is a verb. Second time, if simple past plus would plus verb. So if he injured his leg, he would play badly. Third time, that is a if plus past perfect plus would have plus past particles. If he had injured himself, he would have played badly. So here see your children, played, it is a past particles. Okay. Now here we will match some of the main clause and the subordinate clause. She has better hurry unless she wants to be left behind. He would not have broken his arm if he had not jumped off the swing like that. I will take you out to dinner if I get this promotion. Now complete this sentence using the information in the bracket and the right condition. If I wake up early tomorrow, go for a swim before school. Okay, it is given in a bracket. If I wake up early tomorrow, I will. So what I have used here? I will go for a swim before school. Now, would you buy this shoe? Have the money. Would you buy this shoe if you had the money? So what conditional I have used here? If I had got home earlier, see them. So if I had got home earlier, I would have seen them. She could have got that job. Want it. She could have got that job if she had wanted it. If she rings me again, I ought tell her the news. If she rings me again, I will tell her the news. He would be angry, know about his letter. He would be angry if he gets to know about his letter. We will miss the train, not hurry. We will miss the train if we don't hurry. See, she might have done it for you if you asked her. She might have done it for you if you had asked her. Okay, children? Now, you might have understood the lesson as well as the grammar. Okay? So, go through the lesson, read the grammar and understand it properly. So, bye. See you again on the next lecture.